What's going on?
We're doing it. This is it.
This is it.
We're doing it.
Right now. Welcome to the Brittany and Patrick show.
It's Weed Wednesday. Even if it's not Wednesday, it's Weed Wednesday.
In our hearts.
Always in our hearts.
Always in our hearts.
And even if it's not Weed Wednesday, I think that it's funnier on a different day. Just because why not? That's it. It's a Friday.
It's sticking it to the man.
Yeah, it is. Now, we've got these things, and if you can't tell, we did already bust into these Cheeba Chews.
Oopsie.
Now, this is a brand that's like not just like in Missouri. Like I know Cheeba Chews are like all around.
over.
If you're in like the Colorado, California, you can get those there. These are different than the ones I've had, but still similar. Like they're kind of they're labeled as taffies, but like it reminds me of like a Tootsie Roll. Is a Tootsie Roll taffy?
It's got to be a chocolate taffy.
This is honestly the first time I'm figuring that out.
I've never really dove into what a Tootsie Roll is. I've just accepted it for what it is.
Right. A Tootsie Roll's just always been a Tootsie Roll. It was always kind of something too that like people on Halloween, the older people gave out.
I love Tootsie Rolls. I love Tootsie Pops as well.
Oh yeah, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Never found out.
The horniest candy for a child. I don't understand it, but they are delicious. Did you ever find? There was a quick trip behind my grandma's house growing up, and we would walk to the quick trip, and I would get a Tootsie Pop, and if it had little star from the bow and arrow, then I would do that. I would get another one. The Quick Trip employee would honor it and let me get another one. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
Isn't that very like old timey?
It is old timey.
Like somebody who like owned like a malt shop would have that rule. Like those are like, to be fair, I don't know. Yeah.
I love that. But no, that was the thing. Whenever you got a Tootsie Pop, you would always look for like the star. And there was a place in in Fairway, I think off Shawnee Mission Parkway.
Oh, really?
Right where right by Randy Books, right by there. There used to be a little pastry shop in there, I think called Lucy's or something.
Is it still open?
It's not still there anymore. Now it's the City Hall.
Charming.
It was very charming. And yeah, you go in there and get a Tootsie Pop. And that was the same thing where if you got a star, they would just give you another.
They would honor it.
Give you another one. Yeah, very nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And also just on a separate note, I just remember one time going to a Quick Trip and I think I was getting like a Red Bull or something. And I was just like getting ready to pay. Cashier's like, don't worry about it, bro. I'm like, what? Like, oh, that's my last day. I don't care. And he's just like, just leave. So it's like, I don't know how much, like that day, that guy must have given away like so much stuff. And like, I wish that like I'd known that was going to happen. I would have gotten more than like a Red Bull, right? And maybe that's
I need a carton of cigarettes. That would have been me. I'll take a carton of Parliament Light, sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah, even
some
if
scratchers.
That's what I should have done. Yeah. Just give me a bunch of scratchers, bro.
Incredible.
Gave it to me. But yeah, that's just like a thing. Your last day at work, you tend to do stuff like that. I certainly was guilty of doing stuff like that at restaurants.
Oh, well, I mean, I think the
just
worst.
Give stuff away.
I was never allowed or like in the position to be able to give stuff away, but I totally was the type of person that would no call, no show and just quit.
Oh yeah, no, I never.
I was the queen of that.
I would give a 2 weeks notice, but then yeah, I was done for those 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, 2 weeks notice, but I'm not going to show up for those 2 weeks. By the way,
I'm going to decide.
I'm done.
Yeah.
No, when I worked at a First Watch, it's not this way anymore, but like they had handwritten tickets. So like you would just write it down, not ring it in, throw it away. And then it's like it never happened.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Handwritten tickets, they scare me though. I don't have the brain capacity to figure out what all those little code words mean.
Yeah, well, and like now it doesn't make sense. Like no one would do it. Just it's like you want to keep track of everything, and it's like the only way to do that is just digitally through your computer. So it's just like you want to keep track of it. I'll ring it in.
You know that like writing tickets can be very confusing when people constantly complain about a POS system and laugh because it literally is always a piece of shit. The operating systems are so outdated. It's bad.
The one we had everywhere was it like Aloha?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before Squares and stuff, it was a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
And they would just stop working sometimes, and then you'd have to switch to tickets, and it was stressful.
No, I mean now people, with iPads and Squares, like that's way easier than like a lot of like these chains and corporations, like than the payment system they have. Like it just takes forever.
Some people are even like that. You can just take the iPad to the table and take the order. I went to an Olive Garden where you could just enter the iPad in yourself at the table and they brought it to you.
I had that too.
No muss, no fuss.
But then that like brings up the question: how much do you tip the server then?
I mean, they're still bringing me the most important thing.
Out. They're not taking your order.
And then also, I don't have to interact with them.
That is true.
And not pretend like this isn't weird because I'm violently high in this Olive Garden. Speaking of violently high.
Yeah. I don't think that I've been at an Olive Garden since I stopped drinking. So like that's something that I should do.
Did you go specifically because they had good wine or something?
No. Oh. I would just get super fucked up at an Olive Garden and then eat it was the tour of Italy.
That's the move.
Right.
Every time.
Because it's like you get some fettuccine Alfredo, you get a little piece of lasagna.
Yes.
And what was the third?
I don't know, but Cascones does something similar where they do.
I do love that. Cascones is so good.
Cascones, I went there for my last birthday, my 32nd birthday. Shout out to all my Sag babies out there. And then me and my family went and saw a comedy show at the Improv, and we went to Cascones before. And the Italian flag is so good. It's like, I think it's lasagna, I think it's chicken Alfredo, and I think it's son of a gun.
I just looked up the Olive Garden one, so it's those two you just said: fettuccine Alfredo, you got the lasagna, and then some chicken Parmesan.
That is it.
Okay.
I was like, "There's more meat," but what is it?
Chicken parm.
Do you want to know what I really fuck with at an Italian restaurant if they do it right? Chicken cacciatore.
Oh, chicken cacciatore. Yeah.
So good.
Delicious. Is that has like green olives, right?
Yes.
Okay, I do love the chicken cacciatore.
So good. But if it's too oily or if they don't do enough salt, it's just not good. It should be nice and briny.
I agree, because that's like what you want from those olives is that little bit of brininess.
Another thing, a good briny chicken dish, chicken piccata.
That I love with like the capers.
With the capers.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Salvatore's over in Independence.
I've never been there.
Does the best chicken piccata, in my opinion. And for a while, I don't know if it was a seasonal thing, but for a while they were doing amaretto carrots as a side.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It was so good. I'm getting really hungry thinking about it.
Carrots, when you do stuff like that, like some places when they cook it with like butter and brown sugar, that's like the best thing in the world. I mean, obviously it takes away the nutritional value of the carrots, but like it tastes incredible. That's like people say like, I think that was like in an Anthony Bourdain episode or something where he was like interviewing someone. Or no, I think it was just what Anthony Bourdain said. He's just like, that's the difference between like going to a restaurant and cooking at home is just butter, sugar, and salt. Mm-hmm. When you go out, they just use it a lot more, and that's why it tastes better.
Exactly.
And it's so good. Salvatore's, I need to go to an Independence. Also, Funhouse Pizza I've never been to. So it's like, I need to go on like an Independence like tour of Italy.
Yeah, the Dixon's Chili.
Dixon's Chili is great. That I have had. That I do like.
I do love Dixon's Chili.
And
you have to eat it there.
Yeah.
You can't take it out.
And they have, is that the place too where they have kind of, it's not like Cincinnati chili, but they have like you can get it on pasta, right?
I would not be surprised.
I'm pretty sure.
I have not had that. And I understand that kind of chili doesn't have beans in it.
Right.
If it had beans, it would really weird me out with the noodles. But even still, with just like the meat and then the sauce, it's
a bunch of yellow shredded cheese on top.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I need to like try it again because I'm honestly so hungry right now that I would eat it.
I do like it. Now I haven't had like the proper Cincinnati chili, which I think is more like sweeter. Like I think it's like a sweet chili on pasta, the Skyline chili.
Yes.
But in terms of like the Dixon chili, just like a savory chili that's beanless on like some like boiled plain macaroni with like some shredded cheese on top. That's good shit.
That does sound good.
And I think that they used to have that when I used to go down to like Cascones when they were down in the city market.
Oh, yeah.
But they had like a chili mac and it's so good.
I love a good chili mac. I love a buffalo mac.
A buffalo mac, so good. There's the place, the Casey Mac and Company.
Love it.
that used to be in the parlor. They haven't announced it, but they're opening a new spot somewhere. But yeah, no, I love any kind of like foo mac and cheese that's like doctored up.
Oh yeah,
it's always more expensive than like it should.
It's like $14 minimum.
Yeah, you're spending close to $20 on like a bowl of mac and cheese, which is insane. But like sometimes you just gotta go for it.
So good,
and you're supporting a local business too, by the way. So like.
It's good for the
You're doing the Lord's work.
Guess what? It's good for the economy.
Yeah. You know what? You're keeping the economy alive single-handedly.
Everybody wins. Yeah. Nobody loses.
Now, okay, so on your birthday, you went to, where was it you said? Cascones?
We went to Cascones.
Okay. Do you get like a birthday theme there? Like, is there like a free entree or like a cake or something?
There isn't a free entree. And my mom already got a cake for me from Scola's.
Oh, great.
In North Kansas City.
Yeah.
I got an Italian wedding cake. It was so tasty. So we weren't going to do dessert there, right? But we ended up leaving a little bit early, me and Alex, to head home because we needed to let our dogs out because our whole family was going to come over and we were going to do cake and we needed to let them out so that my dog didn't pee all over the house that we had just cleaned because my family was going to be coming over.
Right.
So we left a little bit early. And as we're driving home, I'm getting videos from my family. They didn't FaceTime me. They sent me videos of the staff singing me happy birthday, but I'm not there. And I did get spumoni, which I did not eat. All of them ate. Or no. They boxed it up for me.
Oh, nice.
They boxed it up for me because they're sweethearts.
I'm not a big spumoni person, but like when they give it to you, hey.
I love spumoni. Okay. The pistachio, the cherry.
Yeah.
I love it. A cherry ice cream. You find strawberry ice cream, a dime a dozen, but cherry with the pistachio and the chocolate, so good.
No, it is. You're right. No, because
it's like, my opinion.
No, but it's like I feel like I've had it with strawberry before.
Oh,
and I'm not a strawberry person. I love cherry. Not a big strawberry person.
That's fine. I love cherry as well, and it's so much richer and like sweeter. You should go to Scola's because they have a spumoni gelato.
Okay, that sounds really good.
It's incredible.
And in terms of like a sober person cocktail, if you don't want to spend like $12, $15 on a mocktail, which they're charging now,
yes,
or like some places have like mocktail like tasting menus and it's like that's $50. Absurd. But just get a club soda with a bunch of maraschino cherries. So good.
That's your little mocktail you were talking about. I've been romanticizing my cherry cokes. I'm getting a little burnout lately.
Oh, really?
I'm getting a little burnout. I need to find something new. I'm thinking about maybe doing like some sort of fresca, like a watermelon.
I love a fresca.
Bubble water.
Yeah.
With maybe like some pineapple juice or something.
That'd
Just something bright
Mix
for the summer.
Mix it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a new summer cocktail,
mocktail.
Also,
yeah. I've just been drinking so much soda lately. I had 3 Cokes yesterday.
It's easy to do.
I went over to my cousin's house for his birthday and I had 3 Coca-Colas. One can, 2 bottles.
But that's like if you get stony bologna, Coke it just suddenly becomes even more delicious.
We got violently high.
Yeah, it happens.
I told you it was this orb bong and we were hitting it. I was hanging out with Gen Zers and the entire time in 98% of social situations, I feel like I'm the most interesting person and I know how that sounds. But then I was around these people, these Gen Zers, and I was like,
they have orbs.
They don't care. They did not think I was funny or interesting. And then you know what? Then the pressure was off and I could just be a quiet little mound of blankets in a corner and it was perfect.
And that's exactly what happened. It sounds like
I got really high and did not speak for the rest of the
night. Just drank Coca-Cola.
Unless I was spoken to.
Yeah. Will you grab me another Coke, please?
Dr. Pepper, actually. Thank you.
No, because that is the thing. I always go to Garozzo's on my birthday because you get the free chicken spadini on your birthday.
Do you go to the one in Columbus Park?
I do.
I went to that one for the first time ever on New Year's Eve, and I had the best time. I had the best time. It was so delicious.
It's great. Anytime you go there, even especially on the weekends, but no matter when, it's always like super busy. It's always popping off.
It is always popping off, and it's like amazing there. All the little different directions you can go. I love the wall of pictures of the famous people who have been there. Isn't Kid Rock in a picture?
Kid Rock's up there. Ivanka Trump.
Ivanka Trump.
She's there.
He's got his arms around everybody.
I think Mike Carozo's holding Ivanka Trump a little tighter than some of the other people in those photos.
Getting squeezy.
Maybe a little bit.
I like when you have to like go back out the front door and then go up the back stairs. That's where we sat for New Year's Eve. Alex got this gnocchi with pesto sauce and then this like Diablo sauce.
Their Diablo sauce is so good.
And then I got like a chicken spadini sort of thing, and it was very good.
Yeah, I always get there. I think it's Spadini Samantha, that's their one with it's their Spadini over like white sauce with
that is what I got.
Artichoke hearts.
Oh no. But that one's good too.
But like, yeah, that's like always gonna be good. The thing about that location is, and sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not, depending on like I guess who you're sitting next to. It's like you are very close to the people next to you. So it's like whatever you say, they're gonna be able to hear you, and whatever they say, you're gonna be able to hear what they're saying.
Yes.
So it's just like sometimes I'm about that life. Sometimes it's just like I'd rather not be able to hear what these people are talking about.
Sometimes I need a booth.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like I'd rather just kind of be able to like talk to someone, or if I want to talk about something gross or something, it's like I don't want to. They have children, You
want to know where you go whenever that situation comes up? You go to the El Maguey in Raytown. Because they have booths and you can smoke inside and nobody will judge you because it's Raytown. Oh, yeah. And you're in an El Maguey. It's perfect. Nothing like just talking about the grossest parts of your life over chips and salsa.
Well, you just ripping a cigarette.
And then one of those giant Coca-Colas in the big red cup.
Oh, yeah.
The plastic cups.
Yeah.
Soda doesn't, like, people talk about McDonald's Coke. No. At a Mexican restaurant, in those giant plastic red cups, that is where it's at. It has never hit harder. It's the best.
Absolutely. Well, that's just a good recommendation. I think we should go out on that note. We should just go there right now.
I'm going to
start ripping some heaters inside and eating some chips and salsa.
You can smoke in the Denny's in Raytown too.
Oh, fuck yeah. We'll just go on a smoking tour of Raytown.
So it's come up in discussion that now that you can smoke weed in public, that you can smoke it.
Because Raytown has the smoking rules that technically you should still be able to smoke weed. I saw some places are having to put out, they're putting out signs saying you can't smoke weed. But that's,
nerds. Case
by case basis. I say go anywhere you can in Raytown and start smoking weed inside and see what happens.
It's Raytown.
Yeah, no, cops got other shit going on there.
It's got the saddest water tower ever.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to start smoking weed inside in places in Raytown until someone tells me to stop.
The water tower looks like a chode. I want to discuss this.
Let's go hang out there. Meet me at the chode.
We'll throw stuff off the water tower.
At the chode. Yes. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, follow, do all those things, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.